Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining this talk. Today, we'll speak about how JFrog and PagerDuty can help you accelerate your developer and DevOps workflow so that you can relax. And first, a little bit about me. I'm the Technical Alliance Manager on our JFrog partnership team, meaning I work with partners like PagerDuty to figure out how we best can integrate with each other's product to bring value to customers. And if you have any questions or comments about our PagerDuty integrations, please feel free to reach out to me using the QR codes on this slide. I'd appreciate any ideas on how we can improve, or if there are other integrations you would like to see. We'd love to hear from you. So now you might be wondering why this talk is in the DevOps track and not the automation track. And our integrations with PagerDuty indeed provide a lot of automation, but the answer is quite simple. JFrog is the DevOps platform, and at JFrog, we are laser focused on making endless software versioning a thing of the past. We call it liquid software, with binaries that flow continuously from build all the way to production. We say DevOps a lot, but let's take a step back and think about what it actually means. So JFrog is excellent at automation, but DevOps is more than that. A huge part of the philosophy behind DevOps is human interaction. Real DevOps requires not just processes and tools, but also people and collaboration. In other words, to really drive DevOps, we need to bring JFrog's tools together with both the processes and people needed for DevOps. This effort in collaboration is where we have teamed up with our good partner, PagerDuty, to tap into the other side of DevOps, which is people. So PagerDuty is an incident response platform for ops teams. It's built to handle the increased complexity of modern microservices. PagerDuty has features to automate work across teams, so teams and experts can rapidly drive critical issues to resolution. PagerDuty's focus on people and processes ties it really well together with JFrog and our tools to enable teams to deliver liquid software according to DevOps best practices. So now we learned that people, processes, and tools make DevOps great. Let's see how we can help different teams and what some sources of stress might be for them. Developers, they can feel stressed about big upcoming releases and deadlines, and to discover just before that deadline that there are changes in APIs or dependencies, that's every developer's nightmare. For DevSecOps, the stress of security or compliance issues popping up in production can be very stressful. Or even worse, the feeling that there are likely undiscovered security issues lurking in production already. Now, for DevOps and SREs, they know that no matter the service created, it's only a matter of time before that service suffers a severe outage. And that in itself is a pretty scary thought. So these guys need to be well prepared for pretty much anything. So how do we get to our stress-free nirvana? So one key theme here is to get teams to interact with each other more, especially when they are in different functional roles and covering different parts of the software development lifecycle. The JFrog platform spans the whole lifecycle, so let's see how our integrations can help teams to relax. So JFrog is the universal end-to-end DevOps platform. From your writing your code in an IDE all the way out to deployment, the JFrog platform is part of your workflow. Since DevOps is all about facilitating communication between teams and being agile, we have integrations with PagerDuty across all our main products. There are integrations for Artifactory, JFrog pipelines, X-Ray, and Jfrog Distribution. This means that we, together with PagerDuty, can provide true end-to-end visibility, helping teams who struggle to answer the most pressing questions. What caused the change? How do we best remediate? And what was impacted? Starting with Artifactory, let's look at these products and their PagerDuty integrations and how they can help teams quickly pinpoint and resolve issues and make us all relax. So Artifactory is the beating heart of the software development lifecycle. This is where all your own produced binaries, open source packages, and libraries of any sorts live. Artifactory is your system of record where you will find the full metadata for all supported package formats. And here in this example, you'll see how Artifactory is part of every step when building up the software stack. So from the OS variant of choice to packages you add in or dependencies as you add in your own code and package it in a Docker image and even template the infrastructure in a Terraform module. This means that Artifactory is touching many teams and many roles in the development and production organizations. Now let's check out how Artifactory integrates with PagerDuty to help teams know what the other groups do. So pretty much any event in Artifactory can be shared back to PagerDuty, and it's all configurable so that you can share the important events that matters the most. So for instance, if you deploy an artifact, or if it's copied or moved or deleted, all those can be important to share with others. Same thing for builds. If a build is uploaded, promoted, or deleted, this can be shared with PagerDuty. And for Docker images, if a new Docker tag is pushed, promoted, or deleted. So Artifactory with the PagerDuty integration gives you the options to, on a granular level, decide what events to share to create that traceability needed for incident response teams who might otherwise not have the full access or insight into all different repos. So they can now gain the full visibility into your entire software development lifecycle. And they will never be blindsided by any unpleasant surprises. So next up, let's take a look at our CI/CD tool called Jfrog Pipelines and learn what it does and how it integrates with PagerDuty. So if Artifactory is the beating heart of DevOps, then Jfrog Pipeline is the bloodstream. Jfrog Pipelines is an automation solution for building, testing, and deploying software in your CI/CD pipeline. It provides end-to-end orchestration and optimization of all critical processes. Jfrog Pipelines empower software teams to ship updates faster and automates everything from code to production. So one core principle of DevOps is for a company to deliver small features very often. And then developers won't feel the stress and suffer short and unrealistic deadlines for the next big feature release. And to achieve this, you'll need a CI/CD tool to automate the flow of binaries from your Git all the way to production. And as releases become more frequent, it gets hard for other teams to keep track of what's going on. And here, it can also be helpful with automation. So here you'll see an example of a pipeline from Git to deployment and testing. Along each of these steps, it's possible to integrate with PagerDuty. This enables you to monitor your software release pipeline in real time and receive up-to-date notification within PagerDuty about the progress of your builds. Our integrations will pass along all relevant information, like the pipeline name, the individual step name, or if it failed or passed, and also the duration it ran and the run number. You can include a string for debugging and a URL deep link back to the actual pipeline for excellent traceability across the platforms. So now you'll be well prepared to respond quickly to build failures and to receive actionable information about the particular pipeline step. Okay, so let's take a look at X-Ray. This is our compliance and vulnerability tool. And let's see how it integrates with PagerDuty. So X-Ray proactively manages security and compliance across the software development lifecycle. And this integration lets you receive early warning within PagerDuty on issues before releasing to production. So let's see how this works. So when you start working with JFrog, you first need to set up a few repositories with binaries and artifacts that you want to scan. And we'll tell X-Ray which repositories to pay attention to by using a watch. And a watch can be set up to scan a single repository or several. It's up to you. And X-Ray will scan these repositories continuously for any new vulnerabilities. Then you want to set up a policy. A policy is used to generate a set of rules to let users know for your specific organization what constitutes a violation. For example, you may care about high and medium severity CVE issues, but not so much about low severity issues. So you can set up a policy that reflects this. Once your policy is ready, You will get alerted to a violation when X-Ray finds new CVEs and license compliance violations to match the policy you defined. But wait, there's more. There's Jfrog Distribution. So Jfrog Distribution does what it sounds like. It enables the distribution of binaries. And it does this using release bundles, which are packages of artifacts. So for instance, it could be a Docker images and their corresponding Helm charts bundled together. To prevent tampering, these bundles can be signed and made immutable. So Jfrog Distribution then manages the whole distribution process, permission levels, and target destinations for those releases. So let's go through some use cases. It can be used for internal distribution to push releases to remote locations such as retail stores, or to speed up synchronization and performance across global development sites. It can also be used for external distribution to provide your customers and vendors partners with software. So it can power a download center, for instance. And also for runtime distribution. So you can deploy deployment speed, governance, and network utilization when releasing updates across large-scale hybrid infrastructure to any edge device. And the information we can share back to PagerDuty is pretty much any event, whether it's creating a release bundle, signing or deleting it. If there is a distribution started, completed, aborted, or failed. So all these events will let you respond to distribution issues, notify you when release bundles are created or changed, or simply to log a release bundle distribution. So JFrog, Artifactory, pipelines, X-Ray, and distribution all have great integrations with PagerDuty that will notify you in real time of important events. So you'll have all the insight you need to resolve issues quickly and so that you can relax. Well, thanks so much for checking out this presentation. Now go ahead and scan these QR codes and check out some great content on how to set up X-Ray with PagerDuty. And there's a blog with more information about our PagerDuty integrations as well. And now that I have shown you how to relax, it's time for you to do the same. Ready, set, integrate, relax. Thank you so much.